For breakfast, I am making chocolate waffle pops. For the dry ingredients, you'll need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of cornstarch, a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, a half a cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a pinch of salt and whisk to combine. For the dry ingredients, you'll need 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 3/4 cups of whole milk, and a 1/3 cup of butter that has been melted and cooled slightly. Whisk to combine, and then you're going to add your wet ingredients and incorporate it into the dry ingredients. And now you're going to cook your waffles per your waffle maker instructions. And now you're going to cut the waffles into 4, and you're going to create a slit on one side and insert a popsicle stick so that it can look like a waffle pops. Here I have some aluminum foil and I'm dusting the waffles with some powdered sugar, and I just wanted the powdered sugar on half the waffles. And now I'm just adding the raspberries, and here's the rest of their breakfast. Into a blender, add 3/4 cups of milk, 3/4 cups of frozen cauliflower, a half a cup of blackberries, a half a cup of vanilla Greek yogurt, 1 cup of frozen cherries, and 1 frozen banana, and you're going to blend this until smooth. This is my kids' current favorite smoothie. They've asked me to make this 3 days in a row. To make the fried ravioli, into one dish, add 2 eggs and some milk, whisk together. Into another dish, add some breadcrumbs, parmesan, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And now you're going to dip the fresh ravioli into the egg mixture and then into the breadcrumbs mixture. Now repeat the process with the remainder of your ravioli. Now heat some oil, and you're going to fry the ravioli for about 2 minutes on each side. Remove it from the pan and into a paper towel lined plate. Sprinkle with Parmesan cheese and serve with marinara sauce. And now I'm just assembling everything together. Here we have the ravioli, some marinara sauce, and I just warmed it a little bit, and they were just jarred marinara. I didn't make it from scratch or anything. They're also going to have some bell peppers. These are just mini bell peppers that I cut in half. And I'm also going to add some sliced apples. And this was our lunch for the day. To make our Jamaican inspired shrimp curry, we're going to start by blending our green seasoning. So into the food processor, add a handful of parsley, cilantro, some green onion, few sprigs of thyme, a half of an onion, 2-inch piece of ginger, and 6 cloves of garlic, and you're going to blend this until smooth. You may have to stop halfway and scrape the sides and blend again. Here I have about 2 pounds of shrimp, and I'm going to add the green seasoning, 1 tablespoon of Jamaican curry powder, 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I'm using Flavor God's Everything seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to combine this and leave this on the counter for about 15 minutes. Now to make the curry, you'll need to heat some oil into a large pan, add your shrimp, and cook for about 5 minutes. And guys, please use a bigger pan than what I'm using here. I accidentally grabbed the wrong size, and it was kind of hard to stir things around, but it worked out in the end. So after about 5 minutes, we're going to add some sliced onions, sliced bell peppers, some garlic, a tablespoon of Jamaican curry powder, more or less to your taste, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, a pinch of salt, about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 can of coconut milk, and about a 1/4 cup of water. So I was doing my best to stir things around and make sure that nothing spills because my pan was too small. So once it comes to a boil, you're going to cover it, lower the heat, and cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once it is done, you can add some cornstarch slurry, which is just 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of water combined. This is optional to thicken the curry. I am fine the way it is, and I'm just going to serve this with some rice. And again, guys, this is kid friendly and it's not very spicy, so feel free to add some pepper, some spicier curry powder, whatever you want. And this was our dinner. To make the cookie cups for the s'mores, you'll need a half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of graham cracker crumbs, some baking soda, salt, and we're going to mix this together. Into a mixer, add a half a cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and a half a cup of light brown sugar. Mix this for about 3 minutes and you're going to add 1 egg and some vanilla extract. Now add the flour mixture and mix until combined. Spray your mini muffin tin and you're going to add about a tablespoon scoop of dough into the muffin tins. Press down to flatten and you're going to bake this for 13 minutes at 350 degrees. Once you remove them from the oven, you're going to immediately use the bottom of a rolling pin to press firmly down in the center to create a well. And you want to let this cool in the pan for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, you're going to cut some marshmallows into half. You'll need 12 to make 24, and I'm using just a large marshmallow. And now you're going to add a piece of Hershey's chocolate and the marshmallow halved into each cup. And you can of course use whatever chocolates that you want. Chocolate chips would work too. I have some leftover chocolate from Halloween, so that is what I'm using. And now you're going to put it under the broiler on low for about 1 or 2 minutes. Please make sure that you keep an eye on this. It can burn easily. And so just make sure after 1 or 2 minutes and it's starting to brown on top that you remove it from the oven immediately. Now let this cool for a few minutes, and once it is cool enough to handle, remove it from the muffin tin. So you're pretty much done, but I think it's missing one more thing. So I'm going to melt some more chocolate and drizzle it right on top, just like this. You have no idea how happy I am to have finally perfected this. I've been trying to make this forever, and I'm so glad that my kids like it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye.